The Gates of Hell, the unquenchable fire pit of Turkmenistan, Darvaza Crater. In the heart of Turkmenistan's desert, where emptiness stretches endlessly, a pit has been burning for more than half a century without extinguishing. At night, the flames illuminate the sky as if revealing a portal to another world, evoking both awe and curiosity from adventurers worldwide. Locals call it the Gates of Hell, as the earth seems to have split open, exposing an eternal fire. It all started with an unexpected incident, but the result was so catastrophic that the flames have never ceased. Scientists remain puzzled, unable to predict when this unique phenomenon will come to an end. Geographical location: a fiery pit in a harsh desert. The Darvaza Crater is located deep in the Karakum Desert, one of the most arid regions in Central Asia. This desert covers more than 70% of Turkmenistan's territory, with endless sand dunes creating an atmosphere of isolation and mystery. The crater lies approximately 260 kilometers from the capital, Ashgabat, making the journey to it an adventure in itself. The climate is extreme, with temperatures soaring to 50 degrees Celsius in summer and plummeting below freezing in winter. Despite these harsh conditions, the nighttime spectacle of the crater attracts thrill-seekers willing to endure the heat and winds. The sight appears otherworldly, with flames dancing endlessly above the desert sands. The mysterious story: a human error turned into legend. The story dates back to 1971, when the Soviet Union sent a team of geologists to explore the area for natural gas deposits. During drilling, the ground unexpectedly collapsed, swallowing all the equipment and leaving behind a massive crater spewing intense gas emissions. Fearing the spread of toxic gases, scientists decided to set the gas alight, expecting it to burn out within a few days. However, days turned into years, and the flames have continued burning to this day. No one anticipated that the gas pockets beneath the crater were so vast, fueling an uninterrupted blaze for decades. Why haven't the flames extinguished? Even after more than 50 years, the fire inside the crater continues to rage as if fueled by an infinite energy source. Scientists believe that the crater is connected to a vast underground network of gas-filled tunnels, allowing a continuous flow of fuel to sustain the fire. What's remarkable is that the intensity of the flames has remained unchanged since they were first ignited. The composition of the emitted gas is not just methane but a mixture. 70% methane, a highly flammable and toxic gas. 25% carbon dioxide, contributing to global warming. 5% hydrogen sulfide, responsible for the foul odor resembling rotten eggs. Attempts to extinguish the fire have been considered, but experts warn that doing so could trigger dangerous explosions or lead to an uncontrolled release of toxic gases. Scientists cannot determine when the underground gas reserve will be depleted, leaving the fate of the crater uncertain. This mystery has only fueled its global intrigue, making it one of the world's most enigmatic natural phenomena. Deadly tourism: an adventure over the flames. In 2018, explorer George Kourounis became the first person to descend into the crater. He described the experience as stepping into another world, where the heat was suffocating and the rocks glowed red-hot. However, the site remains unpredictable and hazardous, making visits a high-risk adventure. Nighttime visits: 90% of tourists prefer to visit at night when the flames dramatically illuminate the desert sky. However, risks include sudden soil collapses around the crater and gas poisoning when wind directions shift unexpectedly. Nearby, small settlements such as Arali, located 90 kilometers from the site, have adapted to the influx of visitors. Locals rent out off-road vehicles and sell handcrafted souvenirs inspired by the Gates of Hell. An environmental disaster: should the crater be extinguished? The Darvaza Crater is not just a natural spectacle but also a major environmental concern due to the massive amounts of greenhouse gases it emits into the atmosphere. Estimates suggest that the crater releases thousands of tons of methane annually, directly contributing to global warming. For years, the Turkmenistan government has considered extinguishing the fire, but executing such a plan is highly complex and could have unforeseen consequences. Some experts propose harnessing the heat for energy production rather than letting it burn wastefully. Others warn that attempting to put out the fire might lead to the uncontrolled release of toxic gases. Failed attempt in 2022. In 2022, a Turkmenistani team tried to extinguish the fire by injecting liquid nitrogen to suffocate the flames and sealing cracks with heat-resistant cement. However, the high underground pressure caused the materials to explode within days. Future proposed solutions. Hydraulic fracturing to inject water and redirect gas through controlled side exits. Utilizing the gas by building a power plant to convert methane into electricity. Estimated cost, over $20 million. Unknown environmental impacts. Ecosystem destruction. The intense heat and toxic gases have wiped out plant life and insects within a 1-kilometer radius. Endangered species. Rare desert reptiles that once thrived in the area have mysteriously disappeared. Carbon footprint. A 2021 study in Nature reported that the crater emits 86,000 tons of CO2 and 300,000 tons of methane annually, equivalent to the emissions of 1 million cars. Cultural influence. The crater in media and pop culture. In TV and literature. Featured in BBC's Planet Earth series as a symbol of nature's fury. It also inspired the Polish novel Gate of Hell, 2018, which tells a fictional story of time travel through the crater. In video games, games like Tomb Raider and Call of Duty have design levels resembling the crater, with added fantasy elements like fire monsters. Unanswered questions. Is the crater expanding? Satellite images indicate that its edges are slowly collapsing, increasing its diameter by 5% every decade. Will the gas last for centuries? The U.S. Geological Survey estimates that at the current burn rate, the underground reserves could sustain the fire for another 150 years. The geology beneath. What lies under the crater? The crater is not just a hole in the ground but part of an underground gas pipeline system stretching dozens of kilometers beneath the desert. In 2020, studies revealed that the gas originates from multiple deep cracks, some reaching depths of over 3 kilometers. This network resembles a tree with roots, transporting gas from ancient geological reservoirs. Unexpected chemical reactions. Burning methane generates byproducts like formaldehyde and benzene, which are carcinogenic. However, the extreme 1,000 degrees Celsius heat breaks them down before they spread. Shocking climate impact. According to NASA, the crater's emissions account for 0.1% of global methane emissions annually, making it one of the world's largest individual pollution sources. If harnessed, the energy could power a megacity like Istanbul for an entire year. Surprising wildlife adaptations. Heat-resistant bacteria. Scientists discovered extremophile bacteria on the crater's edges that feed on methane and produce organic compounds without oxygen. These microbes are being studied for their potential role in Mars exploration. Bird migration changes. Some migratory birds avoid flying over the crater due to extreme heat and gas emissions, altering their traditional routes in Central Asia. The human connection. Locals and the crater. Nomadic beliefs. The Teak tribe, living 50 kilometers from the crater, believes it is cursed, viewing the fire as Earth's revenge for human intrusion. Health risks. Reports indicate an increase in chronic headaches and eye inflammation among nearby residents due to nighttime gas leaks. Final question. Should humanity intervene or let the flames burn? While environmentalists warn of a climate disaster, artists view the Gates of Hell as a surreal masterpiece symbolizing mankind's battle with nature. Some suggest turning it into a natural laboratory for fire ecology research while extracting gas for energy. Should we extinguish the flames or preserve this fiery witness of history?